There's no need for Kevin Bacon or David Hasselhoff. No, we got something better in this video. The top 10 free-to-play characters in Marvel Strike Force for November of 2020. And if you're ready for it, find that like button and you know what to do with it. Yeah, let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Milano as we're cruising through the galaxy and counting down your top 10 free-to-play characters in all of Marvel Strike Force for November of 2020. Yes, we are gonna do this, guys. Now, before we get to this, I want to thank everybody that watched last month's video, boom, and gave this a like. Usually one of the most liked videos of the month. And yes, thank you all that watched last month's video, and hopefully this month is a very liked video as well. But let's get to the list. Boom, let's talk about this. There are characters that are not farmable right now, and these are the characters that are not eligible for this list. Technically, you can get all of these characters as a free-to-play player, but yes, I needed to draw the line. The line is drawn. If they have a node, or if they have a store, or if they're available in a store, that is the people that are eligible for this list. So these are all the characters that are not eligible. Legendary characters, characters that don't have a node, that don't have a store. Some of them that aren't even in the game yet, but yes, they are not eligible for this list. Now, there are some characters that are newly made eligible. Let's go check them out. Let's clear this off, and here they are. 3 characters that were made farmable since the last time we did this list. Corvus, Glaive, Squirrel Girl, Proxima all became farmable. Corvus Glaive, as you know, was added to the arena store. Squirrel Girl came to the new Doom Chapter 2.6, and Proxima was added to Doom Chapter 2.9. So all of these characters are eligible for this list this month. Will they make it? Some have very good kits. Some have a lot of usability. Is that gonna get them onto this list? Now, if you're not familiar with how we do this countdown, ladies and gentlemen, it is factored not just by how good these characters are, but that usability is also very, very important. So if there's a character that has very good kit, but really not able to use that character anywhere, then they're probably not going to make this list this month. So that is it. Usability is very, very important on this list, which means it's very subjective, which means that your list may look very different than mine. And I'm very curious to see who you place on your list. But without further ado, let's get to the countdown.
Number 10.
Oh, and coming in number 10 this month is our girl Captain Marvel, aka Carol Danvers, falling 1 spot from last month. And this is an example of a character that has a very good kit, some very strong, powerful skills, but usability is why she fell. Let's go take a look at her in game and talk about where she is good right now. All right, so this is what she looks like, and as you can see, I built her up pretty strong, got some good T4s in her. She has that striker class on her, and the reason she fell, though, like I said, is just the usability. Where are we using Captain Marvel now? Where I am using her is in War with that Young Avengers. Does pretty good there. Blitz, she's a Blitz character with those Young Avengers. And on the Gamma Rays, there's that lane with the Kree and the Ravagers, and she's a very important part of that lane. But other than that, not really using her, despite her having a very good kit and having some very strong skills, quite frankly. So that is where she is this month, unfortunately. I wish she could rate higher, but if you want to farm her, still a very good character. And you might be using her a lot more than I am. She's available on Hero 6.9 right now. And as you can see, I have that striker class on her.
Number 9.
All right, and coming in at the number 9 spot is X-23. One of the best kits in the game, but usability is what pushed her down this month. I'm not really using her in too many game modes right now, but is a very, very good character, especially in PvP. Beast in that game mode, but not many people are really using that right now. According to John Durr, about 2/3 of the community is either indifferent or does not like PvP. So that's not a highly valued mode in this countdown, ladies and gentlemen. But let's go take a look at her kit and see why she made this list at number 9, despite her being used very seldomly. And a lot of that comes to her role in the X-Force team. She's one of MVPs on that X-Force team, and the X-Force is one of the meta war offense teams that counters a lot of these meta war defense teams, and they do that very well. Also using her part of that full X-Force team in Blitz, And yes, like I said, she's a very, very valuable character in real-time PvP. Sometimes she is one of my first picks in that game mode. The reason she comes in a little higher than Captain Marvel is because she can unlock the legendary Dr. Octopus. So she gets a little bit of a bump from there. She is available in one of the hardest places to get characters though, the War Store. A lot of great characters in there, a lot of gear in there, a lot of valuable things in that War Store. And that is where you can find X-23. She does a lot of great things, passive healing, getting speed bar filled every time an enemy drops below 50%. She just does a lot. I just wish she could, I wish I was using her a lot more. And she recently got this X-Men tag, which makes me think that there are some things coming that is gonna make me wanna use her a little bit more. But as it stands right now, in November of 2020, she is at that number 9 spot.
Number 8.
And debuting at the number 8 spot this month is Corvus Glaive, first member of the Black Order on this list this month. And he comes in at number 8. And the reason he is on this list is because of his important role on that Black Order team. If we look at their kits alone, I think X-23 and Captain Marvel both have better standalone kits than him, but I am using him a lot more areas of the game. So let's go take a look at his kit and see what makes him so valuable. And one of them is his passive. If you take a look at that, I have that T4 on him. I have that T4 on his basic as well because of that synergy with Proxima Midnight. But if we look at his passive all the way down here, a lot of great things here, but I do want to highlight the 30% extra damage to Black Order and Thanos allies, and they all get that. So this extra damage, you get an extra 10% with that T4 in there. And as you can see, I have that Striker class on Corvus Glaive, but obviously I'm using him everywhere, guys, in Arena with a full Black Order team. Arena offense, Arena defense, War. They're a great team on War defense or offense. Currently, I'm using them on War offense. And of course, they are a blitz team. Yes, they're an auto-win blitz team, my highest ranked blitz team that scores me the most points. So I got a little extra bias towards the Black Order. And if you want to get Corvus Glaive, he's available in one of the easiest places to farm a character, that Arena Store.
Number 7.
All right, and coming in at the number 7 spot this month is our boy Colossus, falling down 1 spot from 6 last month. And I think a lot of it has to do with just X-Men. They're not as valuable once the symbiotes and the Black Order came into the game. I'm using the symbiotes and Black Order a lot more than I am the X-Men. So with that, usability of Colossus fell a little bit, and that's why he fell down 1 spot. But still, especially paired with Phoenix, one of the best tanks in the game, guys. So let's go take a look at him in game, see what I have on him, and boom, right away you can see I have maxed all of his T4s. This is one that was done by accident though, so don't do this one if you're building up Colossus. But I think his basic, his ultimate, excuse me, and his passive, all very important. And as you can see, I have that healer class on Colossus. And where am I using him? Where am I using X-Men right now? Well, pretty much the X-Men has been relegated to a War offense team and a blitz team for me. So that is where I'm using him, but he does still have some value. I still do see him on some Arena defense teams. So he's still being used there somewhat, and very, very valuable for the global nodes of Dark Dimension 3 if you have not done that yet. So he fell a little bit for me for there as well, because I've finished my 2nd run of Dark Dimension 3, so not getting too much use for him as well there, but still a very good character, even though he fell 1 spot. And if you want to farm Colossus, he is available on Heroes 7-9.
Number 6.
And debuting at the number 6 spot this month, our girl Proxima Midnight. And you knew as soon as you see Corvus Glaive on this list, Proxima would be on this list because her kit is a little better than Corvus's. And yes, she is on this list because of her role on the Black Order team. All over the place I'm using this team, guys. Arena offense, Arena defense, and that is where I'm using Proxima Midnight. Let's go take a look at her kit and see why she is so good. And as you can see, I have T4'd all of her skills. Now, if I could go back, I probably would not do this special right here because this was done way before I knew Ebony Maw's kit. But yes, little redundancy there. But the one I want to highlight right now is her basic. Her basic is very good, and you're getting always an assist from Corvus Glaive. And what these guys doing, they're always clearing 2 positive effects. So the synergy that I talked about, that is what's happening. They're always calling each other to assist with their basics, and they're always clearing 2 positive effects unless it gets resisted. But yes, basically that's what's happening, and pretty much using her in the same exact place that I'm using Corvus Glaive, because they are on the same team. Her kit is just a little better than Corvus Glaive, which is why she is on this list a little higher than him. But arena offense, arena defense, yes. War offense, yes. Blitz, yes. But she also has a pretty good role in Dark Dimension 3. I did not use her in those cosmic lanes, but if you need someone, she has a very good kit. She has a stun on her ultimate right here, so that could be very valuable. She clears positive effects, like I said, on her basics, so does some very good stuff. And yes, if you want to farm her, very, very good. Available on that Doom 2.9, so a little bit harder to get for some newer mid-game players, but if you've been playing this game for a while, you can get her at Doom 2.9.
Number 5.
All right, and coming in at number 5 again this month, no change from last month, is the cloning madman Mr. Sinister. Yes, he is getting used in a lot of different places from me, and I'm seeing him in a lot of different areas. Let's go take a look at his kit and see what makes him so valuable. Boom. And I think the big thing right off the bat is this clone move right here. This is a T4 automatic if you get this character, because all of the skills of the clone is based on the T4 in this ultimate. So that is a no-brainer. I have that healing class on him right now for the Iso-8, and I'm using him all over the place, primarily on war defense, but also in blitz. I don't use him in arena, but I see him on arena defense a lot, and I know there's a lot of people that use him on arena offense to counter the Black Order. I just haven't found a lot of the other non-Black Order teams as consistent as a Black Order team, so I'm still using Black Order on arena offense, but I know there's some people that use Mr. Sinister and use him very well on arena offense. Also a beast in PvP and on Dark Dimension 3, if you're going in there, would be one of my recommended characters for those global lanes. Probably after Phoenix, after Colossus, after Emma Frost, but he would be my 4th pick for Dark Dimension 3 for those global lanes. So very, very good character. And unfortunately, the way to farm him is in that very, very crowded war store. A lot of great gear in there, a lot of great characters in there. But eventually, I think you should get Mr. Sinister, because very good character. And that cloning mechanic makes him invaluable, especially with a lot of the meta changes. He could just come in and clone a character, especially with the upcoming Dr. Doom in the game.
Number 4.
And I am hella happy about this character at the number 4 spot, the Goddess of Death, Hela. No change from last month. And let's go take a look at her kit and see why she has kept her spot, even with this influx of some great characters on this list. Oh, let's take a look at it. And I have 2 or 3 T4s in her. The first 2 I think are very valuable, Ultimate and Special. This passive is probably more of a luxury pick, but this is very, very good one. Let's take a look at it. What this T4 is going to do, it's going to spread 4 negative effects instead of 2, and you're getting extra damage. So this is a very, very good T4. And as you can see, I have the Raider class on her right now. And let's talk about usability, because I'm using her in a variety of game modes still. The Asgardians, they're falling a little bit, but still one of the meta war defense teams. You need to have a very good plan for the Asgardians. Now, symbiotes can wreck that plan, but they're still a very strong war defense team. I'm also using that Asgardian team in Blitz, but as far as Hela alone, in PvP, one of the MVPs of PvP, kind of like X-23, but also a very good character for those cosmic lanes in Dark Dimension 3, so still recommending her there, and mainly not because of her, because of Greg. Greg makes Hela so valuable, and that's why she is retaining her spot month after month. And probably, even if she's gonna fall, she's probably not gonna fall a lot, because she is such a great character, especially with Greg. Now, where do you unlock her? Well, you can unlock her on Villain 7-6. Now, this is not an easy node for newer players, for mid-game players, but as soon as you get there, very, very valuable, because the reason that she's retaining her spot so much is because she is the path to 3 legendary characters. She's a villain mystic controller, so she is an unlock for Phoenix. She is a Asgardian, so she is an unlock for Black Bolt, and Black Bolt is an unlock for Ebony Maw. So the road to 3 legendaries go through Hela, and that is why she is probably going to stay on this list for a while, guys.
Number 3.
We are Venom comes in at the number 3 spot, ladies and gentlemen, retaining his rank from last month. Let's go take a look at him in game, boom, and see why he is so valuable. And yes, I mean, I don't think it needs too much explanation. He is a symbiote. That is why he is so valuable. Not only is he a symbiote, he has a very good kit. One of his weaknesses is that he's a little slow, but on that full symbiote team where he's getting speed from Carnage, he's getting speed from Scream, he is not as slow as he would be on a non-symbiote team. So a lot of great synergy, and is not that hard to get for newer players. Couple T4s that I have on him right now is a special. This gives him more bleeds on every time he does this move, and his basic. Now, if we look at his basic, all it says is 50% extra damage, but what it does behind the scenes for his counter and assist attacks, well, he's clearing an extra positive, flipping an extra positive effect if he has that focus resistance check. And as you can see right here, I have that striker class on him, which helps him get more of these attacks. I think this T4 became more valuable as we got Iso-8 into the game, and Venom, very, very valuable character. Now I'm using him on that full symbiote team. They are the gods in raid, guys. So if you have that full symbiote team and you're not using them in raids, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing in this game. But they're also very good on war. They're a countered, like I said, to the Asgardians. Very good counter there. Using them in Blitz. They're an auto-win team now in Blitz. And kind of a great character for Dark Dimension 3. I still would recommend him after Anti-Venom, after Symbiote Spider-Man, and after Carnage. But as your 4th on that city lanes, yeah, I would still recommend him. And let's not forget that he is a Spider-Verse character, which means that he is going to unlock the legendary Shuri. And if you want to farm him, available on Nexus 69.
Number 2.
Oh, and despite some challengers, the Mad Titan comes in again at the number 2 spot. Very, very valuable character. Let's go take a look at him in game. Boom. And as you can see, this is my first maxed out character before this update, before we had this level cap increase. We got the 7 stars. We got the level 5 striker on him, or excuse me, the level 5 raider on him. And yes, all of his skills maxed out to the T. And why? Well, he is a very good character. He is the character that gets empowered. He is the empowered Thanos once you surround him with the other 4 Black Order characters. And like Proxima Midnight, like Corvus Glaive, using him in arena offense, arena defense, the raids, the war, and a very, very strong character. So I don't regret this T4. This 7th star. This is the only 7th red star character that I have bought. And yeah, now I'm able to punch up a lot against the Black Order characters. When I had that 6th red star on him, he could punch up a little bit, or the Black Order could punch up a little bit. But now they could punch up big with this 7th star. I did not know how big of a difference that 7th star made. And yeah, it makes a very big difference. So I'm very happy with that. And I'm very happy with Thanos. Very, very good character. And if you want to get your own Thanos, well, he's available Nexus 89.
Number 1.
And coming in at that number 1 spot again, ladies and gentlemen, is Carnage. Oh my goodness. Important part of that symbiote team. He is the person with that passive that gives them the speed. Let's go take a look at him in game. Boom. This passive right here is probably one of the most important passives to all of the symbiote team. Instead of filling their speed bar by 20%, every time an enemy drops below 25% health, goes to 30%. So this is probably one of the most important T4s on that entire team. And that makes him one of the most important members of that symbiote team. Yes, and using him same place as Venom, ladies and gentlemen, all over the raids. You need to be using that symbiotes in the raids if you have them unlocked. Blitz, war offense, countering that as Guardians can punch up pretty big because of the Gregs that Hela summons. And yes, Dark Dimension 3, probably the most important character for those city lanes after Symbiote Spider-Man, and is a very, very good pick for PvP as well. And yes, he does have that Spider-Verse tag, so he can unlock the legendary Shuri. So make sure you get him for that, because he's going to give you W's in the raids and that unlock, and anywhere else, the war as well. So this is a very, very good character. And unfortunately though, if you don't have him and you want to farm him, get the shards for him, He's in that very, very crowded war store. And that is this month's list, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know what you thought of my usage. And let me know where you are using these characters this month, guys. I am very curious to see if there are other characters that maybe I'm not using that I should be using, or maybe these characters I'm using too much. Let me know in the comments, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I will see you later today for the weekly news update. Yes, check that out. So make sure you subscribe, smash on that like button, join the notification squad, guys, so you know every time a video comes up. I usually stream every weekday morning on Twitch, except when I get an injury or something like that. So I will see you guys there, hopefully, and check me out on social media. Hulk Fist Bump ValleyFlyin out.